The statements of those people during the press con is very serious and very damaging. And more so because I myself was surprised na yung palang ginawa, kung totoo man yun na ginawa, may connection dito.
Yes, sir.
Sa ICC case.
Yes.
If indeed it is true, the whole process of gathering evidence by the ICC investigator in The Hague becomes suspect. Yung ICC investigator kasi na galing dito, wala silang alam dun. Wala silang kakilala dun. They do not know where to start insofar as the investigation is concerned. So, ibig sabihin, somebody there hosted them. Kung totoo man yung sa affidavit na yun, it appears na si Trillanes hosted them. The whole thing, especially now that the stories came about yesterday, the premise and whatever they presented during the last 2 days by the ICC investigator, kung totoo yung press con kahapon, will be under suspicion. At the least bias. At kung totoo, at ayaw kong maniwala na merong yung tinatawag na $2 million, lalong-lalo na talagang corrupted yung investigation. As I've said, I don't want to believe it.
Yung affidavit na sinumited.
I saw the affidavit, but it's unsigned, it's unauthorized.
Yeah. Do you have any reaction in relation to that, sir?
From a lawyer's point of view, yung affidavit po, hindi po katanggap-tanggap and it's considered hearsay unless it's signed and notarized and eventually testified to by the affiant in the proper forum. But however, initially, given the fact that when the lawyer was explaining about the content of the affidavit and the alleged affiant, when I say alleged kasi hindi pa napirmahan, we're all there in front of him and even participated in answering questions about what was contained in the affidavit, meaning they themselves, even if the affidavit was not notarized, was not signed, they themselves affirm it while the lawyer was explaining it, and at the same time they themselves affirm it because they were participating in the question and answer. So having said that, yung kwento during the press con is credible, more than credible enough for the Philippine government, whatever agency it may be. It could be the Office of the Ombudsman, as what Attorney Levy was saying, that they will refer the case to, or to the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, as what Senator Amy was pushing by filing the resolution to have it investigated, then it should be addressed as to the veracity, the accuracy of all this, because the allegation as well as the statements of those people during the press con is very serious and very damaging. And more so because I myself was surprised na yung palang ginawa, kung totoo man yun na ginawa, may connection dito.
Yes, sir.
Sa ICC case.
Yes.
If indeed it is true, the whole process of gathering evidence by the ICC investigator in The Hague becomes suspect insofar as the credibility, the veracity of whatever they gathered when the ICC investigators went to the Philippines for several times.
In what form po, attorney?
Well, in the first place, I'll put it in a contextual form. Yung ICC investigator kasi na galing dito, wala silang alam dun. Wala silang kakilala dun. They do not know where to start insofar as the investigation is concerned. So, ibig sabihin, somebody there hosted them. Kung totoo man yung sa affidavit na yun, it appears na si Trillanes hosted them. Kung totoo yun. Di ba? So, and that will now create a slant, no? Kung kanino, sino, saan sila pumupunta. As dictated or suggested by the host of this ICC investigator. Oh. Doon pa lang, you will know right away, no? How this investigation. Because when you talk about an honest to goodness investigation, for example, police, wala ka nang, you are not to inject any politics.
Yes.
Insofar as investigation is concerned. Kung may patayan, you address it, you investigate it the way the police investigate it. Pero the whole thing, especially now that the stories came about yesterday, the premise and whatever they presented during the last 2 days by the ICC investigator, kung totoo, yung press con kahapon, will be under suspicion. At the least bias. At kung totoo, at ayaw kong maniwala, na merong yung tinatawag na $2 million, lalong-lalo na talagang corrupted yung investigation. As I've said, I don't want to believe it. And
Attorney, on a different matter, how was your social event gathering last night together with Attorney Nicholas Kaufman?
It's actually a very light, enjoyable dinner. It was actually getting to know each other. Kasi as you know, kami lang ni E.S. Miljaldea ang nakilala niya when we were here before. But last night, the other members of the team were also introduced to him, their professional background, and how we got close to the former president. Kasi iba-iba yung experience namin eh. Si E.S. Miljaldea, paano niya nakilala ang presidente. Si Atty. Cesar Dulay, ganun din. Si Atty. Fred Lim, who by the way is a fraternity brother of the president. At saka si Secretary Bello, and obviously si Atty. Sal Panelo. So iba-iba yung circumstances and how we got to know the president and how we got close to the president in that sense.
Attorney,
So yun, usap-usap. And we discussed about the joint affidavit. But I cannot get into the details, by the way, because it's a conversation between lawyers and among lawyers.
But also, Attorney, it was also expressed that in order for you to be part of the defense team, you need to be accredited by the court, the ICC in this case. Is the nitty-gritty or the process going to be tedious?
We're not looking at having to appear before the court formally. Okay na kami na we will assist the defense team however way we can assist them. And hopefully to bring the former president back to the Philippines, alive and well.
Will this also pave the way for you to see the former president?
Yan talagang gusto ko, sir. Yan ang gusto namin lahat.
Okay.
Pero as it is, given the circumstances and the policy that are imposed in the detention facility, I don't think it's possible.
In as far as the confirmation of charges hearing is concerned, Attorney, what's your opinion about yesterday's presentation of the prosecution and the other parties?
At the least, understandable. Kasi prosecution's evidence yun eh. It will never go any other way except their way.
Correct.
Although we have to look at how this evidence were framed, if I may. Because as you might have heard in the news, there was even that part of an evidence that they presented, of which the author of the video already have came out in public saying that that was not what it happened. How it happened, I'm sorry. I'm referring to the video of an alleged shooting in Agdao Market in Davao City. So nagulat din kami na yung mismong author ng video nag-react. Na hindi lang nag-react, came out in public. So, okay. So, again, that puts the prosecution on guard on what they're supposed to present kung meron man silang gustong ipresenta na ebidensya. It has to be credible, verified, and properly vetted.
Attorney,
At least in this case, it was not. Because the author of the video itself have publicly objected on how the video and how the prosecution frame it in presenting the video in order to support their charges against the former president.
There were also issues raised in that particular instance, sir, that the translation were not even fitting doon sa sinabi ni former president na okay, ipakita niyo yan kay Itaro Rosales.
You mentioned about that. Alam mo, ganito yan. Inintindi ko lang because my first time to watch a proceeding live, I was in the gallery. At naintindi, a reflection came to mind. First of all, yung pinalabas na mga video patungkol kay former president are publicly available material. So I'm not going to deny that. Okay. But ang mangyari kasi, contextual kasi yan eh. Yung tao magsalita, he does not talk straight to what he actually means. At alam na mga taga Davao yan. At alam na mga sa Pilipinas yan. Lalong-lalo na doon sa bumoto sa kanya. Ha? Kaya maintindihan mo na may tinatawag na context doon sa sinasabi. Now, ang reservation ko lang, this is from a human nature side of the judicial process. Yung mga ICC judges kasi, yung professional, social, and cultural background nila comes from the country where they come from. No? Not from the Philippines. So, doon pa lang, and by the way, typical of any judge, no? Regardless of culture, regardless of the country of origin, you would only have to take whatever is said and seen at face value. Ganun yon. So, it has to be explained kung merong mga sinasabi.
Attorney Delga, tomorrow is the opportunity for the defense to test the sufficiency of the evidences presented. Any thoughts on that?
I hope and we expect that Attorney Nicholas Kaufman will present a very good argument for the dismissal of the charges against former president. So, as it is, yesterday, the whole day, the prosecution was given their day in having to present an argument to confirm the charges. And tomorrow is not the chance of the defense to present their argument and some evidence in support of those arguments to dismiss the charges. And ang pag-alam ko, sa Friday, would be the closing arguments for both parties.
Do you think, attorney, personally, your convictions with respect to whether the pre-trial chamber 1 will push through trial or perhaps dismiss this?
Hindi ko mabasa yung pre-trial chamber. Hindi ko mabasa. Ang sinasabi ko lang from that, from a contextual framework on how we look at cases, that is how I would probably view as a lawyer.
Thank you, Attorney Delga.
Apo. Thank
Mabuhay
you.
ka.